All right, so today we're making this cute little card, and I'm using a new stamp by Mama Elephant, and it's called Milkshake. So all sorts of little sodas and milkshake on here. It's pretty cute. I remember as a kid, my dad used to make us sodas. He was, when he was a teen, he was a soda jerk. His dad worked at a dairy, and my dad was a soda jerk, so he used to make milkshakes and sodas. So he used to make us fabulous root beer sodas. So this actually, when I was making the card, I was having all these little memories of our sodas. All right, so here we are, the front, and then when you open it up, the soda pops up. See that? Isn't that cute? You know, I love all these little pop-ups. And then I also included this one and, of course, the chocolate and the donuts on top. And Cindy was saying in the States, they do all sorts of fancy things to their milkshakes. So this one's got donuts on top, and then this one has all that. I mean, they could do it here too, I don't know. But this is an American stamp, of course. So, and it says, "Oh sweet, for my sweetest friend, milkshake it, num num," and some more chocolate chips and whatnot. Okay, and there's three cute little four characters on here. Okay, I'm going to show you how to make it. All right. So the first thing you need is you need your white card, and so this one is 5.5 by 4 1/4, and it's a top fold card. All right. And then you're going to need a piece of printed paper. I'm just using scraps, so the one that I have here was some scraps from a birthday, and then so this, I had this in my stash. So I'm going to score it. So it is 5.5 by 3.5. And on the long side, I'm going to score it at 1/2, 2 3/4, and 5. And then I'm going to take my bone folder, and I'm just going to turn these in, these 1/2 inch flaps. All right. And then I'm also going to fold on this one. So what you need to do, and I said in the instructions, is once you have your stamped images, you have to decide which one you want to pop up. So I decided upon this chocolate one. All right, so what you need to do is you need to take your ruler and you need to measure the widest point. So this point, widest point, is 1.5 inches. So I'm going to make the slit for it to pop up 1 3/4. All right. So I'm just going to flip this over to my cutting mat and get my knife. I think we got some more retractable knives today, the Tim Holtz ones. And I need a pencil. How can I not have pencil? It amazes me. There we go. All right. So this was 3.5, and I'm going to do mine 1 3/4. So if I do 1 3/4 here, so let's see. Okay, so I'm doing 3/4, 1 5/8. Is that right? No. 1 2 3, 3 3/4, and 1/8. Okay, so there's my even. So now what I want to do is I want to cut. I'm going to cut on each side of the score line. Okay, so that's the one side, and then I'm just going to turn it so I can see it. And I'm going to cut on the other side of the score line. So I'm just cutting the whole score line out. So I say, I better use my ruler. All right. So I'm just popping that out. So I just cut the whole score line out. Okay. Tidy that up. All right. There we go. Okay, so now it looks like this. I'm going to put tape on either end of this. There we go. All right. So this is my one, so let's make sure it will fit through, and it fits through no problem. So you need that extra width on the slit so that it doesn't stick. Okay, now you're going to take a piece of paper, strip of paper, and this strip of paper is 5 by 3/4. And you want to score it at 1 1/4 inches. So I'm just folding it on 1 1/4 inches. Now, this will vary in size as long as you have 1 1/4 inches or 2 inches or whatever for the stand down here. This length is going to vary on the size of the element that you're having pop up, okay? So that's going to determine it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my card, and you can see in here, I think you can see in here where I've attached it to the fold, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So in the center of my card, with this along the fold, I'm going to put that like that. So I'm going to use some glue. Okay, and it's folded over, and I'm just placing it right in the center like that. So this is the mechanism that's going to allow that to pop up. Okay, so now I'm going to take these and I'm going to fold these over, and I'm going to put this on here like that, right in the middle, like that. Okay, so I'm just going to take this side off. And you want the fold in the center. So it looks like this. See how it just goes flat? So I'm just going to put that one there. The fold's in the center. So now I'll take this one off and lay it down. Okay, so now when you close it, well, this thing pops up. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this to here. And let's see. So I think I can put it a little lower. So now you just sort of, you don't want it to stick out here, so you don't want it too high, and then you don't want it to catch. So those are just a few of the things that you have to be careful with. But I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to now attach this to my stamped element. And there we go. See that? Cute, eh? All right. Now I added, just for fun, I had colored this one. So I just added that for a little extra right there. I'm just gonna push that down. and add that. I didn't attach the straws. Okay, so now it opens like that. Okay. I'll add the sentiment in a minute. Okay, so now for the front, we're going to do some inking. I'm just going to get my inking mat. I have a mat for alcohol ink, and then I have a mat that I use for inking. Okay. All right, so I have my brushes. These are the set of 5 brushes, and I'll have those after to show you. And this is the little case I carry them in. So I'm using spun sugar, and I'm using dried marigold. So those are the 2 colors. I used the pinks in here, and then I used the oranges in there, so I thought it kind of went, okay? All right, now I also cut out, I used my stitch rectangles. I cut out this one for that, and then with the black, I cut this out. Okay? So I love these. If you don't have them in your stash, it's sort of a must. I just love them. All right. So I'm going to take some of the pink, and I'm just going to do a light inking here with my spun sugar, and some up here. So quarter in a in the diagonal, and then I'm just going to take my what's it called, dried marigold, and I'm just going to go over it like that. There we go. So when you put them back in your case, you just alternate the way they go, and they fit perfect. You know that? So there's a new ink out. It's I forget the name of it. It's a pink, but there's a new Distress ink out. So if you want it, let us know, because our order's probably on its way. All right? Okay. So now on the front of the card, take this away. I am going to attach the black. So this is my new favorite style of card, and Cindy said it's a Gina K style.
Yeah, with the black mat and the white border.
Yeah, with the wide border. Yeah, with the wider border and the black mat. So, and Cindy's putting an order in for Gina K, so that's pretty exciting. Whoops. So if there's anything you want from Gina K, let her know. I'm gonna put it this way. So I'll put that on. There we go. Got that. Okay, what did I get on there? Something. I'm not sure what. I always get something. You should see my hands this weekend. I don't know what that is. I'll go over it with my brush. There And we got more cases in today. All right, so now I'm gonna take some of my, did we get our fun foam in, or our foam strips? Cindy?
I'll show you what we got.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna take my foam strip and I'm adding some to here. Thank you. Oh, I'm gonna stamp on here first. Right. So we'll just do a quick stamp here. I don't know why that. Alrighty. And I'm using for my sweetest friend. Put that right there. I think I'm gonna have to auction off my cards. I have so many cards. I'll never use them all. There we go. All right. Put that back. Okay. So I'm just gonna put this right here. And this little guy, I'll pop him up too right here. And this one. So this is Scotch tape, and this is indoor double-sided mounting tape. So this is what I use, and I absolutely love it. It tears really easy, and so we got some of this in. I know some of you have already have your name on them, but I think we ordered extras. So if you want some, just let us know. Put that little guy there. Isn't that cute? Open it up. And then I thought it would be fun to put a sentiment on the inside. So I just, this was a 1-inch punch and a 1 1¼ inch punch. And I'm just gonna put that right there. And there we go. So, for my sweetest friend, and then you open it up and it pops up. So cute. I love it. So this one, I just did a narrow block, but then I decided on this one to use the stitched rectangle. So I kind of like this one better. Okay. All right, so for those on the master list, you'll get these instructions tonight when I go home. If you're not on the master list and like to be, you can send me your email or put it in the comments. If you just